BB851, turn right, heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Similar to the Boeing 737 MAX return date, airline cancellations have been a relatively common thing in recent months. Along with the unknown re-entry into service date, many customers have had to continue to adjust their schedules. We witnessed monthly cancellations early on, which then moved on to 3-month cancellations. So you might be asking why I'm covering it now exactly. Well, it's actually down to airlines' new cancellation dates matching with Boeing's expectations of when they're going to get the 737 MAX back, and that's something they've been very vocal about in the past few weeks. We begin though with Southwest, who in July announced that they'd cancelled all MAX flights through to November. This was actually as at the time, Boeing expected the type to be flying by Q4 of 2019. However, in recent days, they adjusted that into 2020, but not that far, specifically through to January 5th. It actually comes after the uncertainty around the aircraft continues. In a statement they said, Southwest Airlines continues to monitor information from Boeing and the Federal Aviation Administration on the impending 737 MAX software enhancements and training requirements. We remain confident that once certified by the FAA, the enhancements will support the safe operation of the MAX. However, rival American Airlines has confidently moved their 737 MAX cancellations to the 3rd of December, a very specific date. Now, a lot of you have said that you want to hear my opinions more. While I know some people then feel that I'm automatically biased in certain scenarios, this is not the case. In this particular one though, you may ask, do I truly believe a date of the 3rd of December has any meaning to it? And I'll tell you yes and no. Boeing expects the type to be flying by Q4 of this year, or literally right at the end of the year. Will this happen? Well, I think we'd all certainly like it to do so, and it's potentially realistic. However, anything's possible, and the reality is things could change at a moment's notice. However, if they don't, December 3rd or around then seems like a very fair time to get the type flying again. I'd say anywhere between December and potentially January, which as we know is when Southwest moved their cancellations to. American Airlines has always been a very vocal customer, voicing their thoughts on the MAX and how confident they are that all the new training elements which are being refined in accordance with the new FAA regulations will be safe and ready eventually. You see, as American carriers specifically change their dates, they aren't simply randomly throwing dates out there when it comes to cancellations. This is something you may actually think they do, but it's not the case. All carriers are in close communication with Boeing and the FAA, as well as other regulatory authorities. This close and also important communication allows customers to better understand just how Boeing is tracking on their software fix for the MAX. And while sure, it's been off definitely in the past, it's safe to say they know more than us. And the new dates that they are giving us, like December 3rd, January 5th, 2020, and the middle of December for United Airlines, a carrier I did not mention in this, have all been scheduled based on what they know from Boeing. Realistically though, as I've said, we take these sort of things with a grain of salt. But as the return closes in, I want to make sure that you're getting all the important updates, and I feel that this certainly is a very important development as we're getting multiple carriers adjusting their schedules right about at the same time. With that being said, thank you very much for tuning into another one of my videos, and of course the continued support. See you all in the next one.